happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell that it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely going to check this one out. So we got the man, the myth, President Donald Trump quickly snapping into action, saving the day once more, while Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass sat on their hands and watched LA practically burn to a crisp during the takeover and the riots of these illegal migrants yesterday in LA, guys. I'm excited to get into it, so we're not straight into it. All I ask that you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, top straight into it, folks. Check this one out. All right, you guys, so these were the scenes that we seen yesterday. We see destruction, chaos, and panic breaking out. In LA just yesterday, as we could see, they were burning American cars, the American flag, and waving the Mexico flag. Okay. And this was in some of the nicer neighborhoods what we're seeing of LA just yesterday. So we see that there was full-on chaos, pandemonium in the streets of LA just yesterday. My question is, these pallets, why do these keep showing up? This just outside of the ICE detention facility where the raids and the riots went down. We're seeing there's these pallets of bricks being thrown at ICE agents, and they always show up just in time for these left-wing riots, these protests. And I don't know if this is coincidental anymore. You can see the riot, I mean, not the rioters, but you can see the ICE agents just across the street. This is right here, dropped off conveniently across the street from the detention facility for these protesters to break off chips and hit the agents with. I don't understand this. This is not coincidence. Leads me to the question of who's running this, who's constructing, who's planning this out. This is another sighting of these bricks just conveniently laid out. You can see these weren't just, picked up and dropped off by a couple people. No, these were strategically placed here. And our friend Data Republican here on X also tweeting out saying who's behind the anti-ICE riots in Los Angeles. We're all concerned. It says hundreds took the streets this weekend, blocking roads, attacking federal officers, even burning our flags. But this wasn't spontaneous outrage. This was organized, funded, and coordinated. So this all kicked off with ICE raiding several Home Depots in LA that were known to have illegal migrants standing outside, hundreds and hundreds of illegal migrants that would stand there and wait for work. ICE doing the smart thing and saying, hey, I mean, if they're going to stand outside like sitting ducks, guess what? ICE, we're going to arrest them. Here is the actual footage of ICE, their first confrontation with these illegal migrants right outside of the Home Depot. If you guys are going to sit around like sitting ducks, show up in droves, these illegal migrants looking for work, we're going to do the convenient thing and detain them right there. It makes the most sense. I'm totally on board with that, but then chaos quickly started to unfold after these arrests were made. And here we can see where the chaos began to unfold. We see that they flooded the streets, and there was a ton. You don't see not one American flag. You see a ton of these Mexico flags, a place where these folks are so upset. They're angered if you say they should be sent back to, but yet they're flying this flag in our country. It does not make sense to me. This is hundreds of illegal migrants gathered in the streets to protest, and many were calling this peaceful at first before things began to turn very dark and grim with them assaulting these agents. Thousands marching in LA against a blitz of multiple ICE raids. You can see they were flying many banners and flags. These are not the American flag. I don't think I see one American flag in sight. These folks should take this back to their country and fly these flags. I couldn't even imagine going and trying to live in a foreign country and trying to come after and attack their federal agents and their government while waving my country's flag inside of their country. This is absolute insanity here. This is from Fox LA. They're saying that their vehicle was destroyed right outside the Home Depot by these protesting.
So this is what's left of our work car. We had it parked near the scene. Obviously, we got here right at the beginning before we knew it was going to escalate to the situation that it got to. This is a brand new news truck that we just got. Looks like the tires were slashed. They busted into the windows. We'll see Our personal bags were in the car. They stole all the stuff that was inside. There are some things here. Looks like they took cinder blocks through the window. So this is
absolutely pitiful, pathetic. I mean, these are innocent bystanders. This is the media. This is news coverage, and you're telling me that they got attacked as well. They didn't have any regard. If you were American, they were coming after you. And as tensions continue to grow, chaos continued to increase. We're seeing that they tried to loot as well, trying to break in. You can see a store owner holding on for dear life, trying not to let these illegal criminal thugs into his store. And they're threatening him, telling him that they have the right to be in here, like jumping into this guy's store. Hopefully he fared well in that whole situation. Then I have to play this clip. This is CNN once again pushing their flimsy narrative, false narratives, always putting a spin on everything and saying the Trump administration is targeting peaceful protesters. This is the 2020 Summer of Love narrative all over again. Look at this.
We agree that if you're being violent, you should be arrested. You should be prosecuted. There is no disagreement on that. I think that's an effort that we can all say. But this is not what's happening. We are having an administration that's targeting peaceful protests, people that are there to protest. The president is sending the National Guard because he doesn't like the scenes. He doesn't like the scenes of people peacefully protesting. And we know that California law enforcement, local law enforcement, they're there to protect the public. They're there to protect and have public safety. And that's what they're there to do. Now, when people turn on law enforcement is when you get that response. So we want to make sure that people are continue to speak up, that people show up, but that people are peaceful about the situation. And that's what we're continuing to tell people.
Okay, continue to tell people to be peaceful. This thing didn't look peaceful. Past the point of where I started detaining folks at that Home Depot parking lot, I didn't see any type of peaceful protest going on. Just a violent attack. We got libs of TikTok here saying, wow, President Trump just authorized 2,000 National Guardsmen to go to Los Angeles after the anti-ICE rioters attacked ICE agents and obstructed ICE operations. Says LA Mayor Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom are responsible for this lawlessness. And these claims are actually backed up that Newsom is mad at Trump for deploying the National Guard because he says he has everything under control. Meanwhile, these were the sites that we were seeing in LA. I mean, this looks like everything else but having it under control. These peaceful protests, they're setting things on fire. They're destroying, they're breaking things. They're attacking people. They're attacking these agents. And yet these folks keep saying that they have things under control. I don't blame Trump for at the quickest chance or the first chance he got deploying the National Guard, because we cannot allow this. We have to make an example and set the tone. Oh, but this whole narrative, it continues to get worse as the LAPD is saying that they had everything under control. We got Sean Farash here on X saying, why is the National Guard and possibly the U.S. Marines being sent to LA? It's because the LAPD considers lighting vehicles on fire, throwing rocks at ICE agent vehicles, and assaulting officers as peaceful. And here's the statement that they released, letting Trump know that they did not have things under control, and he definitely needed to send military response in order to help and contain this chaos that we had seen breaking out. We have a Robbie Starbuck here with important stuff saying leftists are organizing and funding the LA riot just like they funded and organized previous riots in the recent years. Fed should investigate and charge everyone big and small who played a role. Yes, even Mayor Bass. This is the only way we stop things from happening if federal response is drastic. And I 100% wholeheartedly agree. If we play light or we play nice in this situation, it's just going to open that door. It's going to become a slippery slope. We have to lock them all up. We've seen them trying to break into, and it looks like someone did get into. And the store owners are just like, you know what? We got to let them have it. Whatever they want, just let them have it. Insurance will pay for it. This is absolutely ridiculous. Lawlessness we're seeing. They're just walking behind the counters, taking stuff and cutting out. You can't be serious. The nerve of these folks, you would have thought they actually were American citizens, the way they just feel so entitled and privileged to be able to just take over our country. We can't allow this to happen. And then it continues the terrible narrative of CNN. We got Dana Bash here saying this is all peaceful once again.
It's pretty bad.
That's a different question, but I just want to just state for the record that what did happen in 1992 was so different from what we're seeing now. I mean, that was a real riot that went all across the city of Los Angeles after a verdict in the Rodney King case. This is a situation where the LA County Police,
Dana,
it's not good, but they're saying that they have it under control, and the president is sending national troops, federal troops, in a way that
we can look at
hasn't
this
been
and
done
we
in
can
a long
obviously
time.
see that it is not under control. It's not under control. You and I both can see that. It's not under control. And a riot is a riot. They're throwing all types of objects at law enforcement, and the president is absolutely right.
The president is absolutely right in his response. That does not, I mean, this right here, this clip right here threw me off. I'm like, they got a car burning in the middle of the street. They're doing donuts on the dirt bikes, and you can see there's so much chaos going. You can't tell me that they got this all under control. I just refuse to believe this is what the left is calling having things under control. This is not. They need help. If they're looting and rioting and taking over these folks' stores, you can't tell me that you guys got it all handled. Then we got the worst of the worst, the View host, aka the Spew host, Anna Navarro, trying to compare illegals to slaves. And it got so bad that they had to cut to commercial.
Unlimited
I think a lot of Americans
to take care of other people.
There's a hell of a lot of people other than the black
Anna.
people who were brought here as slaves who came to this country illegally.
They're
From a
not
lot
the
of
same as
different-
black people who were brought here against our will.
That's exactly what I just said.
decided
I
to
said
walk
there is
their
a
butts
lot
across
of
the
people.
border. There's a big
Than the
difference.
black
There is a
people.
big
That's
difference.
exactly what
There
I
is a
just
big
said.
difference.
That's
Share Michael,
exactly what I just
Share
said,
Michael
Sir Michael.
and
Look and act indignant. That's
Okay.
exactly what
It's
I
not
just
about
said.
acting indignant.
Yes, it is.
Let me
You just heard me
Share
say
Michael.
that other than the black
Anna
people
and
who
Share
came
Michael,
as
please.
slaves,
High
there
ground
are
here.
a lot of people from
Share
many,
Michael. I think
many
you
countries
actually
that came here
misheard what
illegally.
I think you misheard what she said.
No, he purposely misheard it.
She said.
I purposely
Yes, she
misheard.
did.
So now you're in my
Share
brain?
Michael, listen to me for
Is
just a
that,
second.
is that where we're going?
You
Share
think
Michael,
I would
listen to me
say
for a
I who
second.
have advocated
Anna,
for black
please
people
stop.
my entire life would
Anna,
say something like that?
Anna,
Give me a
Because
damn
you've
break.
advocated for black
Anna,
people,
please
great,
stop.
congratulations. Last time I checked, I'm black, you're not.
Okay, Share Michael.
That's right. I'm Latino, and my people are being racially
It is-
profiled.
it is-
and
And do I have to
unfairly
remind
treated.
you the history of my people?
Share
Do you
Michael.
want to go there?
No, I
Do you
don't.
really
Okay,
want to go
we're
there?
gonna
and
go to
never
break.
hide
I know the
ground?
history.
Raul,
You're
we're going to go to
you know
break.
why?
Raul
Because
Reyes,
kidding
thank
me?
you very much for
Because
joining us.
people have to
Everybody
still
else,
history.
hang tight.
History was not
We'll be right back.
race.
Well, it wouldn't be like a View host if they didn't bring a race into every single situation, every circumstance that we see. It continues to get worse, though, as we got a Democratic LA councilwoman now coming out saying that they want this to continue. They want this to ramp up. This chaos is not enough.
They know how quickly we mobilize. That's why they're changing tactics. Because community defense works and our resistance has slowed them down before. And if they're escalating their tactics, then so are we. When they show up, we gotta show up even stronger. They know how quickly we
When they show up, we have to show up even stronger. How did this woman become a part of the city council at all? I mean, this is just promoting the lawlessness. These loonies on the left may be placating and trying to cover up for these lawless acts of these anti-ICE rioters, but I'll tell you who is Borders or Tom Holman. He's not messing around. Listen to what he had to say about this.
Look, we're going to continue doing our job. And yesterday we got 118 arrests. You know, I was out here yesterday to kick off this operation. And what people aren't talking about is ICE served, you know, several warrants yesterday. These were criminal warrants. This is a criminal investigation. And today we're continuing operations. They're not going to shut us down. We're out there right now doing operations. We're going to keep doing operations. We brought in more resources to push back the protesters, but I'll say it again, a serious warning. You can protest all you want. You got your First Amendment rights. But if you cross that line of impediment, or you're putting hands on officers or destroy property, you will be prosecuted. There's zero tolerance on crossing that lines, and that's what we're standing by. We're bringing more resources as we speak. We'll have more resources tonight. We're going to continue doing the job that American people voted Donald Trump in office to do, and we're not going to apologize for doing it.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Oh my goodness, such terrible, scary sight to see. over in Los Angeles, we got Borders our Tom Holman bringing back restoring faith and confidence, saying we're not going to be intimidated or scared off by these anti-ICE rioters. We're going to continue to do our job, carrying out our agenda and the mission that Donald Trump put us onto. And that right there just makes me feel very good. Makes me be able to sleep at night knowing that we got Donald Trump, the man, Borders our Tom Holman, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. They're hot on the chase. They're not going to mess around. And once they identify these folks who participated violently in these anti-ICE riots, oh my goodness, I believe they're going to make an example, guys. But definitely hop in the comments section. Comments are open. And I'm excited to hear what you guys are thinking on this one. Also, make sure you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next week.